Great opportunity. Alisson says Saka scores for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka on the rebound, and the Gunners have the lead. Diaz trying to get through. Saliba holding him off. Diaz could be in. Oh, it's an own goal. It's found a way in. Diaz turns away to celebrate. Liverpool scarcely deserve it, but it's 1-1. Arsenal go long this time. Van Dijk lets it run. Martinelli trying to get in behind him. Oh, Martinelli must score! A Liverpool error pounced on by Gabriel Martinelli. 2-1. Good skill by Trossard. Off he goes, Leandro Trossard. At speed. Oh, it's in! And that seals it for Arsenal. They lead 3-1 and it's Trossard's goal. Absolutely wild scenes on the touchline. Mikel Arteta celebrating with the fans, and Arsenal with a huge 3 points.
The 3 points needed by the Gunners and to bring their dreams back to the English Premier League title chase with a 3-1 win over over Liverpool. Well, you're welcome to the Kickoff Sports Show. Well, the energy of Arsenal trying to who's in the studio. Well, the man behind us now in this station, we'll be around by 9:30, right? My name is OLADAPO, going to be aka Young Striker 9, top of the morning to you. It is Monday morning, where we'll also be expecting one English Premier League game tonight, and that is Manchester City taking on Brentford. We've got one La Liga match going down tonight, one Serie A game going down tonight, and well, a whole lot of Nigerians are waiting for that Wednesday semi-final clash with the Bafana of South Africa. Sunday Olise has been talking and giving the tactics of what the Super Eagles can do when they face the South Africans in the semi-final round of the CAF Africa Cup of Nations. Well, we'll also look at updates coming from the world of tennis this morning. What has happened, what will be happening, as well as the world of NBA. Remember, we are live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Solutions 939 FM. Solutions 939 FM. Well, we say once again, congratulations to our winner who made the first correct prediction for the game against Angola in the quarter-final round. We told you we'll be sending you a DM, and you should have made a response or a feedback in your DM. But let's go straight to the first part. We'll look at tennis, look NBA, and a little bit of Formula One.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
All right, let's start with the Cordoba Open in tennis this morning, where Daniel Garland will be up against Jam Munar by 6 o'clock this evening. Facundo Bagnis will take on Juan Manuel Kevin Dolo by 7:30, and Ugo Dolian taking on Thiago Seyboth Wild by 10 o'clock. By 10:30, Alba Ramos Vinola will be up against Pedro Cachin. Well, looking at another update this morning in the Dallas Open 250. Well, the game between Alexander Vukic and Christopher Eubanks has been postponed, while Taro Daniel will take on Constance Leston by that should be 11:30 tonight. Well, we have the qualification also ongoing at the Dallas Open. Emilio Navas through to the next round, beating Adrian Mayor. And looking at more update this morning at the Abu Dhabi Open WTA 500 for the ladies. Sarana Christie will be up against Carolina Garcia by 10 o'clock, and Beatrice Haddad Maya taking on Jig Zhu of China 6-3-2-6-6-1 for first title at the WTA Thailand Open over the weekend. Now, Argentina reached the Davis Cup finals, the group stage, by eliminating Kazakhstan 3-2 in the best-of-5 match qualifying round, when Sebastian Baez raced 2 match points and came back to edge Dmitry Popko 6-4, 3-6, 7-6 on Sunday. Belgium, Chile, the Czech Republic, and France also wrapped up victories on Sunday. So, guys, maybe very soon you'll be seeing one man on the tennis courts going to the sideline of a football game. And that is none other than Novak Djokovic, as report says that our owner of AC Milan is said to have considered bringing Novak Djokovic on board as the Serie A club's mental coach. The record-breaking Grand Slam holder is a self-confessed Rossoneri fanatic, but an approach eventually did not transpire. Maybe you can rethink, right? Now let's talk about basketball on the show this morning. Well, talking about the games decided in the wee hours of today. Boston Celtics defeated Memphis Grizzlies 131 to 91 points as Indiana Pacers won on the road against Charlotte Nets 155 to 99 points. Miami Heat lost 95 to 103 points against LA Clippers. Miami Heat was at home in that one this morning. While Minnesota Timberwolves defeated Houston Rockets 111 to 90 points. Oklahoma City Thunders in overtime defeated Toronto Raptors 135 to 127 points, as Utah Jazz defeated Milwaukee Bucks 123 to 108 points. Denver Nuggets defeated Portland Trail Blazers 112 to 103 points. Those are the results of games decided in the wee hours of today in the world of basketball. However, talking about the games going down tomorrow, my LA Lakers will be in action against the Charlotte Hornets by 1 a.m. Same time, Cleveland Cavaliers is up against the Sacramento Kings. Philadelphia 76ers is also battling Dallas Mavericks at that same time. However, by 1:30 tomorrow morning, LA Clippers will be in action against Atlanta Hawks. Brooklyn Nets taking on Golden State Warriors. This is going to be a tough one. And the last game for tomorrow morning, 2 o'clock, we'll see New Orleans Pelicans against Toronto Raptors. We're going to break, and when we return, we'll look at updates coming from the world of football.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water.
Normally, I could keep my cool, but tonight I'm whining. I'ma be in a dangerous mood, can you match my timing? 93.9. But you really about it, what you're hiding. Talk is cheap, so show me that you understand I like it. Can you blow my mind? Set off my whole body. If I give you my time, can you snatch my soul from it?
Laura Sitar, known Monisa Mosley as Tyler, Grammy Award winning South African singer and songwriter. So, South Africa defeated Nigeria at the Grammys. Yes. So, that's the lady you heard that song. For those of you who kept asking the question, who is Tyler? Well, that's Water by Tyler. She's just 22 years old, born in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now, how can Nigeria take the pound of flesh against the South Africans at the Africa Cup of Nations?
Scoring goals because we are not throwing bodies ahead of the ball. We defend with almost 5 defenders. And then we have already one central midfielder who is in front of the defense. So we already have 6 players that are committed mostly to defensive work than going forward. So they are not Superman. Let's not expect us to score many goals. That is why we're not scoring goals. But at the same time, it guarantees us security in the back. But what we have to do going forward is the way we animate it. We can animate going forward, but also try to create a situation whereby we are able to deter the opposition for hurting us when we go forward. You know? And I shouldn't talk too much because if I analyze this tactically more, I'll be giving out the secret to probably our opponents too. So it's like that.
Well, Sunday Olise speaking on a Sunday evening, reviewing Super Eagles games so far at the Africa Cup of Nations. Also giving thumbs up to Semi Ajayi, a man who has played every minute at the Africa Cup of Nations. Also talking about the scoring chances of the Super Eagles of Nigeria not getting the goals, but hey, they are getting the result. Well, remember, Sunday Olise once managed the Super Eagles of Nigeria, captained the Super Eagles of Nigeria, also winning titles with the former African champions. However, Nigeria facing South Africa in the semi-final round of the AFCON ongoing in Ivory Coast. Remember, the Super Eagles of Nigeria did what they could do against Angola. They scored that needed goal and they closed the shop. Shout out to Ademola Lookman, right? However, a lot of things should be put in place to make sure that the Super Eagles of Nigeria pick that final ticket. Well, he also made it clear that it is better we face DR Congo or, at the final because of a resurgent Ivory Coast.
So when you play South Africa, with all due respect, the first thing you have to show personality. You have to impose your game from the beginning. You have to show them from the beginning, we are the boss. We are Nigeria. Because we as Nigerians, we are used to this. Very few nations in Africa are used to it. You know, they have personality, they want to play, but when you come out with the swag of being a Nigerian, and you can prove it with your actions right from the beginning, they already know they have what to do. That's what we used to do in the past. And this team is gradually doing it too. In a more defensive, compact way, for they are also doing it. But against South Africa now, with the stakes very high now, you now have to show it even more.
All right, let's show you South Africa to go on a break, and when we come back, we talk more African football before talking the English Premier League.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying. YouTube made for you.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
We were in Lagos, Ibadan, Akure, Osun, Abuja, and now back to Ibadan for the Voiceover Bootcamp. Yes, it's the scholarship edition of the Voiceover Bootcamp. Join Charles Alade, Nathan Noakes, and Mark Neely from the United States of America in a 2-day hybrid bootcamp. Learn how to write, deliver, record, and mix your voiceovers like a pro with the Masters of Voiceovers and get certified. This Voiceover Bootcamp will be happening live in Ibadan on Friday the 9th and Saturday the 10th of February 2022, online and on-site at the Bunker, number 49, MKO Abiola Way, at JB Ring Road, Ibadan, by 9 a.m. Take advantage of our 50% scholarship and register with just 25,000 naira. Please call 0815-863-9668 or 0913-704-1694. Here is a lifetime opportunity to make money using your voice. Official media partner, Solutions 93.9 FM. The Voiceover Bootcamp. Raising dynamic voices.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Welcome back. Check the time right now. It is 9:17 from your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9 FM. Talking African football more on the show this morning. Remember, Super Eagles of Nigeria to take on South Africans at the Stade de la Park in Bonke. And well, that game is going down on Wednesday. So, going down is a game a lot of Nigerians will be putting their money on, most especially with the head-to-head record of the Super Eagles of Nigeria against the South Africans. And remember, the second semi-final is also going down, where Ivory Coast will be taking on DR Congo. Now, the losers in this one will be playing on 10th of February in the third place round, while the finalists will be battling it out on 11th of February. Let's look at the starts this morning. Well, there have been 113 goals scored in 48 matches so far at the Africa Cup of Nations in 48 matches for an average of 2.35 goals per match. As of 3rd of February 2024, players highlighted. Now, let's look at some of these players. Emily Nsue, who has had his team out of the Africa Cup of Nations. Emily Nsue Lopez is a professional footballer who plays for Primera Federación Club Intercity, born in Spain, who captained the Equatorial Guinean side out of the Africa Cup of Nations, and with the way things are, he's also the all-time top scorer for his national team. But will anyone want to usurp Emily Nsue with the 5 goals scored at the Africa Cup of Nations? Remember, Angola's Jacinto Muondo, that is Gelson Dalla, is already out. Remember, his team lost against the Super Eagles of Nigeria, scored 4 goals so far. The next player that has also scored 4 goals happens to be Mustafa Mohamed Ahmad Abdullah. Check the time, 9:20 now. Talking about the English Premier League last night, a lot of people expected Liverpool to come with a fire. But guess what? One man was part of the calamities in the Liverpool squad, and that happens to be Virgil van Dijk. However, this man came out and he took the blame for the mistake that set Liverpool on course for a 3-1 defeat against Arsenal, saying that the defensive mix-up with goalkeeper Alisson Becker that gifted a goal for Gabriel Martinelli was his responsibility. Remember, Virgil van Dijk, after Jurgen Klopp also spoke that he will be leaving the club at the end of the season, came out to say, well, he's not sure of continuing or even extending his stay with Liverpool, but later said he was misquoted out of context. But hey, Virgil van Dijk happens to be a captain who will always walk with his head high. Now, Mikel Arteta said he believes Arsenal are firmly in the Premier League title race and vowed to learn lessons from last season after beating leaders Liverpool 3-1 at the Emirates Stadium on Sunday.
It was an extraordinary game. I think it was an incredible performance from the players and from our people. The atmosphere that we generated in the stadium is the best I've seen this season. We demanded that. We had to go to a different level and connect it again to the demands that this league has in every game, and they have responded in an unbelievable way. And I think the players left absolutely everything. They put their heart, their soul in every single ball, and I cannot be any prouder because I know how difficult it is to beat this team, how much you have to suffer, all the preparation, and how much they have to process to try to do what we've done today on the pitch. So big thank you. It does, because winning helps, and as well, obviously, the schedule that we had prior to Christmas, the amount of players that played so many minutes, we were some injuries, and we needed to recharge. And now we've got some momentum back. 3 wins in a row in a really convincing way. The team performing really well, and we have to go for it. The whole season is now ahead of us. We need players back because now we have again a few injuries, and that's a big concern that I have. You know, availability of the squad. If we have everybody fit, training and available, we have a good chance.
So can we say the big chance for Arsenal to catch up is now sure? Well, for Arsenal, is placed the second with 49 points. Behind Liverpool has got 51 points. And well, that happens to be just 2 points difference. Manchester City dropped to the third spot with 46 points from 21 matches. Remember, Manchester City is playing tonight in the English Premier League against Brentford, and Brentford will be missing the services of Frank Onyeka, who is with the Super Eagles squad, same as Wisa, who's also with the DR Congo at the Africa Cup of Nations. Shine is injured with hip injury, and Bomo, well, with ankle injury. Heike of Scotland with thigh injury. Henry with knee injury. Godoza on international duty with Iran. So maybe during the 3-0 win, against West Ham. And well, this man will have to get more updates about his injury. I mean, it is a personal disaster according to Eddie Ten Hag. But looking at all the results of games in England, Brighton and Hove Albion defeated Crystal Palace 4-1. 5-0 was the score line between Aston Villa and host Sheffield United. Well, Aston Villa went on the road, picked the maximum 3 points, scoring 5 goals. Burnley played out 2-0 against Fulham. Newcastle United played out 4-4. As Everton, Tottenham played out 2-0 draw in the game at Goodison Park on Saturday. Well, for those of you who are playing the Premier League Fantasy, what's good? How many points have you guys garnered? Well, what we also got, well, that means that Haaland should be getting opportunity to play or start tonight. Now, moving away from the English Premier League, let us look at updates coming from the Spanish La Liga. Remember, one game is going down tonight in the Spanish La Liga, and that happens to be Rayo Vallecano taking on Sevilla. What will happen after the full-time whistle in this one? A quick look at how Rayo Vallecano will be, taking on Sevilla. Remember, Sevilla will be missing the services of Diaz, Gudas, Lamela, Luque Bacchio, Sergio Ramos, Salah, Suso, Vélez, and Rayo Vallecano will be missing the services of Bebe, who's on international duty, although his team is out, Cape Verde. Lopez Mendes as well. But looking at the standings in the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid topping the log after drawing their game against Atletico Madrid in the Madrid derby. 58 points, that was for Real Madrid, and well, for Girona playing a draw against Real Sociedad. 56 points is it for the side that is placed second. Now looking at Vallecano, a win for Vallecano tonight will give the team 27 points and move to the 11th spot. However, for Sevilla, 3 points for this team will give them 20 points, moving them closer to Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo maybe dropping to the 17th position. Sevilla moving to the 16th position, or depending, but if there's a draw, that means Sevilla will still be 17th, and will still be 17th, yes, with 18 points, while Rayo Vallecano will have 25 points, still be in the 13th position. Now, talking about the Italian Serie A on the show this morning. One for the Italian Serie A. One game is going down. AS Roma versus Cagliari. Now, talking about the German Bundesliga. This morning, games were decided over the weekend. And guess the results and the standings at the moment in Germany. Bayern Leverkusen still, upholds that position on the top spot of the German Bundesliga log with 52 points after getting that victory. 2-0 was it against Darmstadt. Now, looking at all the results. Well, one man sent off in the clash between RB Leipzig and Union Berlin. RB Leipzig recorded a 2-0 win over 10-man Union Berlin. Wolfsburg Hoffenheim played out 2-0 draw. 2 players sent off in Eintracht Frankfurt squad as they lost 2-0 against FC Köln. Bayern Munich defeated Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-1. Bochum Augsburg 1-1 was the scoreline. Bayern Leverkusen, told you earlier, defeated Darmstadt 2-0.
Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? My neighbor, my neighbor, my neighbor, my neighbor.
Well, good morning to you. How are you feeling this morning? Are you feeling very okay? It's a new day. It's the start of the week, a working week, by the way. Not sure I'm feeling really excited. I already programmed, that today was going to be a great day. But after the Grammys yesterday, and several of our artists not emerging as Grammy winners, it was quite disappointing. But it is what it is. We move on. Welcome to you from the dailies, of course, where we look through the front pages of our Nigerian newspapers and share perspectives on the trending stories. My name is Victory Onyedikachi.
I don't know why you're feeling bad though, but I feel maybe this is the first time we're having this category for Africans, and for Tyler winning, well, it also shows that most of our artists will still have to buckle up. Not only about buckling up, but hey, it also shows that African music is being recognized, African artists are being recognized, and let's see, like you said, we move to the next next year. For Burna Boy losing out in how many categories? Looking at Ashake, Olamide, Davido. But one thing I enjoyed about Nigerian artists was one, congratulating the winner. And for Burna Boy,
so congratulations to Tyler. Yes,
let's share it. Let them take Grammys.
Super Eagles, we're really hoping that you don't disappoint us, because the only good news that we're looking to have now is winning African Cup of Nations. So.
Okay, remember the Ghanaians are one side waiting for Nigeria to fall. But hey, let's go. I've got me Punch and the Nation newspapers here this morning.
All right, I'll be taking stories from the Nigerian Tribune and the Vanguard newspaper. Let's get right into it. Alright, be reminded that we're streaming live on Facebook, so do well to jump in on the platform and react to any story that is of interest to you as we look through the papers this morning. I'm going to be starting off with the Vanguard newspaper. Alright, okay, Nigerian Tribune rather. Naira valuation, inflation, construction exports grown. How unstable exchange rate affects importers, cargoes at port. Economic challenges, presidency, Atiku in war of words. Tinubu's response, uninformed, arbitrary, chaotic, Atiku. Atiku doing a poor job, offers no alternative to presidential policies. Presidency, that's a response to Atiku's words. Namibia's president dies at 82. Northern youth
$1 million. FG states debt near 107 trillion naira. Naira 4 raises loans. Tinubu, Obasanjo, world leaders mourn Namibian president. And looking at the front page picture this morning, kidnapping epidemic. Fundraising for ransom persists. Ekitipupi's families pay 15 million naira. Okay, right as to this, victims, relatives, friends, and neighbors raised a ransom. School driver killed, proprietor. Another rider, kidnappers slain Kwara monarch widows ransom to 40 million naira. Suspect arrested. And we have other headlines here. Power generation crashes to 59 megawatts as a grid collapses again. NSCDC trains vigilantes to secure 821,000 vulnerable schools. 10 hospitalized as a plea.
723 school close in 9 states over insecurity orders, UNICEF. Brain drain over 5. Sarah plots South Africa's fall in semi-final. Sarah plots South Africa's fall in semi-final. Plot very well, my brother.
Okay. All right. So given victory, that happiness with that headline. And I just, I guess, yes, we'll have to watch the game together. Okay, Wednesday you'll not be on duty, but I would love you to come around. I would like to host a watch party with you.
All right.
Get your drinks and, snacks as we watch the game together. Yes, we have to do this live. I mean, you are not happy that Nigeria lost out at the Grammys, but there's no problem. But now, at least let's see how Nigeria can beat South Africa. All right, now let's go straight to the Nation newspaper this morning and looking at what is coming from that newspaper here. How kidnappers exploit financial systems loopholes. Right after that headline, banks fall to observe due diligence compliance. That should be fair. Yeah, banks fail to observe due diligence compliance. How Ekiti Obas were killed by attack survivor Alara. Okay. I've told ADEDAMOLA I'm going for APC ticket. Okay, you want to tell the sitting governor. All right, now looking at this headline, the presidency knocks Atiku over criticism of government economic policies. The banner headline here: 0 megawatts to discos cripples homes, businesses. Rider to this, we've got 2 riders to this headline. Ministry firms disagree on cause of failure. Minister in frantic meetings. We hope the meeting will surely bring out something positive. And we have the front page picture of Governor Yebanji visiting pupils of the pupils abducted and released in Ekiti State. But looking at other headlines here, APT retains 59 Senate seats with wins in Ebonyi South, Yobe North. Right as it is, YPP floors Soludo's Abga in Anambra. XIG Sons victory excites ADEDAMOLA. Driver shot dead, body burned before abducted Ekiti pupils. Wow. Parent, we paid ransom, made to walk long distance in the forest. NCAA goes tough on flight delays. Ex-governor Abba Ibrahim dies at 73. Get this and more from the Nation newspaper this morning.
All right, we've concluded reading out the headlines that made the front page this morning. Quite an interesting read, several stories that made, the national dailies, and it's time for us to look through some of the most interesting and burning issues this morning. Okay, now talking about the burning issue this morning, talking about the state of security in Nigeria. We're still continuing with this and talking about the FCT, CP who came on board yesterday. That is CP Benneth Igwe. Yeah, he made some statements, while having his, first interview, saying that he's back and all kidnappers, criminals should just be on the run. But can we have all the police officers saying this? Can we have the military officers saying this? Can we have the NSCDC commandants saying this in different states and not only in the FCT?
To the criminals that me and them, I left and they started to pass maga. I want to inform them that the Igwe they used to know is back. I am back. We are going to act it out. But I want to tell you that I have 4-point agenda. And that 4-point agenda, I used to fight crime, is what we are going to bring out. If you're a bandit, you're a kidnapper, you're an armed robber, you're a killer, whatever high crime you are committing, one, we have 4-point agenda. It's either you shoot me, or you shoot us, we shoot you. I don't have fear about it. That is another one movement. The second movement is that I will arrest you and you will be in prison. The third one is that your movement will be in my cell. The fourth one that you have every opportunity to act upon is that you should be on the run. If you try, you will receive it how you don't expect. I'm sorry, I'm not a diplomatic person. I'm a crime fighter. Those I pity is those that call themselves one chance. I pity you if you're one chance, you call yourself a one chance. There's no law in this country, no law, that have recognized an offense to be one chance. No.
Alright, that's the voice of the Commissioner of Police in the FCT, CP Benneth Igwe, and he's speaking regarding plans on how to curb and nip insecurity in the country to the board, particularly in the FCT, as he highlighted his 4-point agenda. However, most Nigerians have reacted to the story, saying we'd rather have actions than just statements. As the popular phrase goes, talk is cheap. But joining us this morning is our comrade and our analyst, Comrade Adeji Ajishokbe. Good morning to you. It's great to have you join us.
Good morning to you, my dear comrade brothers.
Thank God it's Monday.
Thank God it's Monday.
Yeah. I mean, you listen to CP Benneth Igwe saying that he left and, kidnappers returned to start terrorizing people in the FCT. How? I mean, you heard everything he said, but do you think everybody can just speak and act, or this is just a political statement just to, bring fears? But do you think...
No, why? Well,
please go ahead.
Statements of intention. We want to see action. That's what we demand. That's what we require. That's what we need. And the questions are they capable? Do they have the capability? Do they have the capacity? Are they empowered? Do they have the capacity? And are they capable? Even if they have the capacity, if they have the capacity in numbers, equipment, intelligence, are they capable? Are the men and women of the police force, are they capable of delivering, even if they have the capacity? Are they capable? Those are the big questions. Nigerians are in doubt, seriously in doubt, about the capability and the capacity of the police, Nigerian police, to ensure their safety.
Comrade, I mean, he highlighted his agenda, ways he intends to tackle, insecurity, as it were. One of which was, I either get shot or you're going to get shot. Then if you're a kidnapper, you're a bandit, it's better you are on the run, And I'm just wondering, with all the agendas that he listed out, are these ways a logical approach, a realistic approach to nipping insecurity to the board? Is it by killing these guys? Is it by telling them to be on the run? Are these the actual ways that we can bring insecurity, to a close in this country?
One thing that underpins security globally is intelligence. Intelligence is key. And where do you get intelligence from? You don't manufacture intelligence. You get intelligence from the people. I'm talking about credible intelligence, actionable intelligence. You don't manufacture it to get it from the people. It is the Nigerian police force. I emphasize the word force. Because what we know globally as our police services, will the police force be forcing intelligence out of the people? Are the people willing and trusting in the police force to provide them actionable intelligence? There have been instances when the police or security agencies have compromised the people that supply them with actionable intelligence. If intelligence, credible intelligence, is not freely forthcoming from the people who can provide it, who have it and can provide it, what will the police be working with if it does not have intelligence, credible and actionable intelligence? The image of the police, the perception of the police in the eyes of the people is that the police is not a friend of the people. It is only in Nigeria that they advertise themselves as a friend of the people. You don't need to advertise the police. The police, actions of the police speaks to itself. The knee-jerk reaction of every Nigerian when you see police ahead of you is that it's like you are confronting an adversary.
Comrade.
So that is a...
Okay, comrade. Yes, I don't know if you were able to glance through the front pages of the newspapers we have this morning. Look at the front page of Punch. Fundraising for...
I saw that.
You saw that of Punch. You saw the picture of Ekiti State's governor in the hospital. Check that of The Nation, the same thing. And that of the Tribune, there's this same picture. Don't you have... Are we saying that the kids... So who's going to pay the parents back? Those who got the ransom to pay the kidnappers? And when they got the money, can we say that the CBN is not working with the Nigerian police force, the Nigerian military, to get these people? I don't know if you also read the thank you message of Governor Yebanji yesterday, thanking Mr. President. Do you think you should have even thanked Mr. President in the first place, most especially with the parents paying the ransom?
Well, there's too much deception, you know. The political class, the ruling class, the elite. You're policing 1 million square kilometers of Nigeria from Abuja with 500,000 men. And that is not even 500,000 men that are available for service. Half of those men are providing security for the political elite, the business elite, all sorts of elites that we have in this country. Not policing the people, not policing for the people. Look, that is not... The police know themselves that they don't have the capacity. They don't have the capability. They know. How can you deploy your men to be... How can you deploy your men to be providing security for VIPs? When you don't even have enough numbers, even at 500,000, and then 1/3 or half of them are busy carrying bags of first ladies, carrying bags of VIPs, holding umbrellas for them in the rain and in the sun. It is irresponsible of the police, highly irresponsible of the police, from top to bottom, from the IG, even to the chairman of the Police Service Commission, to have failed in their duty. They have a mandate, they have a duty, they have totally failed. And rather than execute their mandate, they are protecting the elite. They're not protecting Nigeria. And that one in Abuja has the guts to come out and start telling us that people, criminals should be on the run. They lack the capacity and the capability. The way the police is configured, it cannot police Nigeria. Not at all. Not in any way effectively at all. Let them continue to deceive themselves. Look, people are resorting to self-help. But when they say don't pay ransom, people are saying, okay, we hear you. They can even criminalize it if they like.
They said it's criminal. In India.
Which law?
to pay ransom.
To pay ransom, to crowdfund as well for the kidnapped victims.
Which law in this country? I spoke to a lawyer this morning about this. This morning I spoke to a lawyer about this. Which law?
Is there a rationale to their defense, though, being that, according to them, they said it will fuel kidnapping, so it becomes a business. When people see that, people are making money off kidnapping because they get ransom being paid, they would want to continue. So is there any rationale to federal government's defense and the Nigerian police force?
It is absolutely irrational. What is logical is that when your fellow human being, not to talk of a daughter or a son or a father or a mother or an uncle, is in danger, active real danger, what do? You do the needful. So the needful in this regard to save lives is to pay the kidnapper. When the Nigerian state that is responsible constitutionally, the first objective of government of a state is to provide security for lives and property. And the Nigerian state has failed in that regard. And they're still in their failure, in their irresponsibility, utter irresponsibility and failure. they're still asking for people not to resort to self-help. People will resort to self-help, and that is not the only way people will resort to self-help. That is just a tip of the iceberg in situations in which Nigerians will resort to self-help. We are already resorting to self-help in power provision. We are resorting to self-help in water provision. We are even in neighborhood watch. That is resorting.
Hostages were killed to force the family to get the money. So if you are saying that it is wrong to pay ransom, that means when someone is kidnapped, that means the family should just forget about such person. Then we can now say that the security agencies they failed. So then that means that there should be a state of emergency concerning Nigeria's security system and architecture.
I see inconsequential fellows, because they occupy political positions. They go about with policemen. People that have no content or value to add to Nigeria, but because by happenstance they occupy political positions, they go about with police. In Nigeria, the number of policemen that escort you is a matter of status symbol, not necessarily protection. Look at those who assassins are pursued. They ride around in bulletproof cars, and they are prime targets of assassins, including men of God. You remember one man of God whose escorts, about 6 of them got killed. He escaped in his own bulletproof car. You are riding around in bulletproof cars. Why do you need police escort? Those guys just shot and killed, just like lambs to the slaughter. Now, and then they must have deployed more policemen for him, because look, the people pay. People pay. I went to one station and I saw policemen. I saw 15 of them. I asked the policemen. I had to ask them. I said, "What are you people doing here?" They said they escorted the national president of one Nigerian association. I said, 15 policemen escorted the man. He came to that station for a courtesy visit or an interview. 15 policemen, about 4 vehicles. I said Nigeria police is foreign. So that is the situation. You pay, they write police out to you. You want to go to an occasion, you pay. Rather than securing the people, the police is foreign.
Okay.
If you go to government houses, I've gone to government houses, they have police, mini police barracks there. So no governor has less than, permanently with him, less than 25 policemen at any point in time. 25 policemen, that's the governor. The deputy governor will have, the chief of staff will have, the first lady will have,
the commissioners as well.
What is the meaning of that?
Okay.
And we have less than 500,000 policemen, and then they are saying people should not pay ransom. Look, we are a joke.
All right, now let's talk about another issue this morning. I feel the Minister of Power, ADEDAMOLA, do we say that the ministry is bigger than the minister? You look at the headline this morning from Vanguard: blackout, power grid collapses again, first in 2024. We know how many times the power grid collapsed in 2023.
This is a matter we have interrogated times without number. And it is highly ridiculous as we speak, because it's a matter we have interrogated critically at every sector of it. As we speak, the transmission grid, the one they call the national grid of Nigeria, cannot at any time wheel more than 5,500 megawatts. Even if we have an installed capacity of 50,000, it cannot wheel more than 5,000. There was a time we were generating 7,000 or thereabouts. The transmission grid could not wheel more than 5,500 at any point in time. We have a national grid. It does not make any sense. One of the few great things we did, there was a bill that was passed into law. What are the states doing? And what is the minister doing to help states to take advantage of that? The minister is still talking about national this, national that, national that. What should we, is anything national about power? That is not where we started from. They were generating power from LA with coal. They were generating power in Jaws. Everybody was doing their own thing successfully until the military came and centralized everything. It was a unification decree that was written by Professor Badiwe during the days of Agui Rossi. And of course, they did it for their own benefit. Some people took over, and now they don't want to let go. Maybe when we get to a point that everything breaks down, collapses on our heads, maybe we'll address what our challenges are. Power is a challenge. Policing is a challenge. When they say restructuring, some people go into overdrive. Maybe they should change the word. Let's say unbundle the center. Let's say configure Nigeria. And let them explain the benefits to each and every one. These are the benefits. These are the benefits. Rather than saying, this of this one, we must restructure. We must restructure. You want to take something from somebody and you are issuing threats. You have to be persuasive in the interest of Nigeria. But those who are beneficiaries are not going to let go. Even Balaigi was put in that ministry. He was, if not disgraced, out of the ministry.
Well, unfortunately, it's not just power outage and insecurity that we're being bedeviled with in this country. Economic policies are slapping us left, right, and center. I guess that's why the presidential candidate of the PDP has berated the economic policies of President Bola Tinubu as it has brought untold hardship to Nigerians. I mean, I was speaking to a friend earlier this morning, and he was telling me that if care is not taken, a bag of rice might get up to 100,000 naira. I mean, it's well over
a bag of cement this morning is selling for 6,500.
You can imagine that. You can imagine that. Well, Bayon Onuga has come out to say that instead of Atiku to berate the government, how about he provides a solution that would help the government navigate the economic crisis it's faced with? And I'm just wondering, Atiku has been very supportive of the Super Eagles.
Supportive of the Super Eagles. And one of the appearances he came to about a few weeks after a dead blast. So politicians think of the next election. Politicians are not thinking of us. Even an American president said it. He said politicians think of the next election. Statesmen, leaders think of the people as governors. They are showing themselves by what they do. By their deeds we shall know them. Those who are politicians and those who are statesmen. Politicians think of the next election. And when you are thinking of the next election, you are thinking of how to win it. But statesmen think of the people. They think of the next generation, not the next election. And when you are thinking of the next generation, you have to provide visionary leadership. Believe you me, what we are confronted with in Nigeria is like a hydra-headed monster. I don't know. I do not know what government is going to do. I don't know. They say they are planning to sell diaspora $30 billion US. A lawyer told me this morning that they dare not do that.
Okay.
They want to defend. They say they want to defend the naira. Those are some of the things I don't understand.
You know,
it reminds me of what Obasanjo used to say. They're going to transfer technology. They're going to transfer technology. Those who developed, underdeveloped, and developed, they stole technology. They didn't transfer. And when you steal, you domesticate. But Nigeria, Obasanjo was telling us, we want to transfer technology. We want to transfer technology. They have not transferred that technology since 1976. This one that they are doing now, I don't know. It is mind-boggling and is confusing.
Okay.
Do you think, what policy is it? Are they working? They want to defend the naira. For how long? The only solution is production.
All right.
Let us be hopeful that there will be more production, and we are not producing corruption in Nigeria.
We are very productive in that area.
Okay, you heard of? I mean, we all got the sad news from Namibia about the president Hage Geingob, who died at the age of 82, and I was reading some things about him. One of the most upright presidents in Africa, and this man passed away due to sickness. And some things I read about him was that when he went, he doesn't like traveling out of the country to go on medical vacation. He has the doctors at home to treat him in the country, and he has never dipped his hand into the country's coffers to pay his medical bills. What can Nigerian leaders learn from Geingob?
Nigerian leaders are not going to learn anything because the Nigerian state is. You remember that slogan? Our own share of the national cake. Our own share of the national cake. When there is cake to share, I never heard them was talking about baking more cake. It is only sharing. Well, I'm sure the cake. Nigeria has suffered in the hands of those who claim what will happen this year, and where Nigeria will be. It's a tough time for Nigeria.
Well, Nigeria will be in a better place. We'll all be in a better place very soon. Let us become positive. Let us be positive and optimistic. Thank you very much.
Our president is not back, and he is in France on private visit.
On a private visit. Well.
On a private visit. Inside our private jet, and as president of Nigeria. And it's all the aides with him. They are on code and the rest of it. And that's a private visit.
As a people, we also owe it to ourselves to actually do better. And, because the politicians that we complain about, we brought them into office one way or the other, directly or indirectly. I was watching a clip of, the rerun election in Surulere, and Desmond Elliot was sharing perfumes to the people of that constituent, and they were so excited to get perfumes.
To smell. You have to smell nice.
It's ridiculous that
we are accomplices. We are complicit, each and every one of us. In fact, most Nigerians are waiting for their turn and opportunity to rape Nigeria out. We are complicit. We are complicit. So,
well, comrade, it is well with all of us, because at the end of the day, we're all Nigerians. Right.
Well, yeah, that one is from the scriptures.
Okay.
It is not well.
Comrade saying that everybody wants to be reaped, or they want somebody to reap, and that reap word, brought someone's name to my head. Right. Comrade will be here by 4 o'clock today, right? For political updates.
By God's grace, 4 p.m.
Okay.
And same talk, Nigeria. We are not going to give up.
Okay, not giving up. Not giving
way.
up.
No way.
Thank you very much.
Over.
Thank you very much, Comrade Ayode Ajishokwe, for your time on the show this morning.
Have a fruitful day.
All right. All right. God bless you too. Yeah. Well, Comrade Ayode Ajishokwe there with his not even 2 cents, but analysis and more. Well, do we get feedback on our social media channels this morning? Remember, you can send us a message via X at Solutions 939 FM. We're live on Facebook, Solutions 939 FM, YouTube, Solutions 939 FM.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
All right, welcome back. The numbers to call in to react to the stories this morning are 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. Your voice does matter, so let's hear from you. There's a message here from Namdi, and it says, the driver was burned to death and there was no mention of him anywhere. The families said they paid ransom. The governor said the pupils were released and thanked the president and the police for their release. I believe the family more. There's something not adding up with that story. Okay, another message here from Harry, and he says, good morning. I am really worried about the spate of kidnapping in this country. And the truth of the matter is they're not kidnapping people for ransom. They're kidnapping them for their kidneys, according to the information I have received. Nigerians should be careful, especially when they're entering any public transports moving forward. Yet the federal government is saying that ransom should not be paid. What alternative have they provided for that to be settled? The question is, if you don't want ransom to be paid, how about you ensure the security and the security of lives and properties of Nigerians?
Well, Victory, we have to just, hold it here to move to state of health. The doctor is here. Dr. Victory Richard, right? All right, so we have to drop the anchor here and move to the other side. So what are we looking at on Solutions Clinic this morning?
Well, this morning we're following up with the conversation last week. Last week we discussed kidney disease and kidney failure. Last week we discussed kidney disease and kidney failure, and one of the major causes of that is hypertension. So this morning we're going to be talking about hypertension. It's labeled as a silent killer, which a lot of people ignore, and that's how you just hear, oh, someone died of it, because it's been there and they did not know. And this is as a result of not having proper diagnosis. So we'll talk about that and more this morning.
All right, well, what you don't know, you have to know. This is Asha No One Knows. No one knows tomorrow, but hey, we can also plan ahead of tomorrow. My name is OLADAPO Okonobi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi. Talk to you in a bit.
Just the other day, I was talking to the weatherman about today. Oh, I know all he could say was no one knows tomorrow. See, I can read the weather child, I can tell me be the river for the sunshine. Oh, but that's as far as my guess goes, 'cause no one knows tomorrow. No one knows tomorrow. Time it wasn't need to go to war. All the kidding just to settle someone else's score. Oh, but the victory isn't even sure. No one knows tomorrow. So we can study history and philosophy and place ideology. Oh, but tomorrow's a mystery. No one knows tomorrow. No one knows tomorrow. No one knows tomorrow. No one knows tomorrow is your opportunity to fail or be successful if you please. Yes, indeed, tomorrow is a politician's today. Is the victim of decisions and the future of our children. So when I die someday, will I be in heavenly places singing hallelujah with an angel on the piano, or will I be just another contribution to the earth?